Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new series, Northern Lion Plays XCOM Enemy Unknown. So this came out a little bit earlier today, or yesterday, I guess, depending on your time zone and when you are watching this video. And this is a remake of the classic turn-based strategy game XCOM, or the series XCOM. That was a big hit back in the early 90s on the PC. I must confess, and I'm preparing myself for boos and jeers here, I never played the original XCOM games, but I did play the demo for XCOM Enemy Unknown, and I was super psyched for it. It's from Firaxis. I'm a huge fan of the Civilization franchise, and when this unlocked on Steam on midnight last night, I played about an hour and a half, and I'm really enjoying this so far. So I don't know if this is going to be a whole Let's Play, but what this is going to be is at least a showcase of the gameplay as we move throughout the game, for however long I do it for. Anyway, we're going to start with single player here, obviously. And we're going to play on normal, even though there are higher difficulty modes, just because, you know, I suck at video games, so this is probably a good idea. So for players familiar with tactical games, challenging but fair. I mean, there's no game that's ever going to be like normal mode, oh, that's super fucking unfair. Now, there are advanced options like Enable Iron Man, which automatically saves the game as you progress through the game. So consequences are permanent. There's also a tutorial, but the reason I played through it so much last night is so I could skip through the tutorial today, because the tutorial is a little hand-holdy. You know what? Yeah, sure, let's play with Iron Man. That could be cool. You cannot reload earlier saves. Adding a significant level of difficulty is only recommended for experienced players. Whatever, let's try it out. So we are going to load up here, and right off the bat, we should have an opening cutscene, actually, that will indicate what's kind of happening in the world of XCOM right now. So I will shut up and let you enjoy it. Hello, Optimus Prime.
In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Right, so that is the basic setup for XCOM Enemy Unknown. Basically, there's been an alien invasion of Earth. It's not full-scale and widespread yet. It starts out a little bit more sparse, you know, in various patches across the globe, and we're going to try to stop it through various means that you will see as we progress. So first things first, you have to pick a base location. Each base location is going to have a bonus for us. So if we put our base in North America, aircraft and aircraft weapons cost 50% less to purchase, build, and maintain. In Europe, laboratories and workshops cost 50% less to build and maintain. In Asia, all projects in the Foundry and Officer Training School cost 50% less. In South America, autopsies and interrogations are completed instantly. Very interesting. And in Africa, monthly XCOM funding increased by 30%. I kind of like this autopsies and interrogations completed instantly. Let's confirm for South America for now. First time I did it, I started in North America.
Our help, so that's where we're going next. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Alright, so this is going to be our first mission. Later on we'll have a little bit of a choice when it comes to missions, but for now we're going to have some certain things just to get us basically started. So first things first, we're in Brazil here, and your geographical location is important as you move forward. We have to sweep the abduction site and identify threats, neutralize all hostile targets. It looks like this is going to be a pretty, I'm not going to say easy, but simple mission with some clear objectives. Basically just going to be deathmatch style. If we can kill all the enemies, search and destroy, then we're good.
This is central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Okay, so the way that basically the interface of XCOM works here is that we have these 4 soldiers, and like I said, it's a turn-based strategy game. So by using tab, we can switch between them. We have Ying Chen, Sydney Snyder, Lauren King, and Aziza Manana. These are all beautiful names. And we're on this map here. I can spread out a little bit and show you what we've got. We've got this supermarket over here, which frightens me because there could be aliens inside of that. And you can see there's other things we can investigate over here. But basically, we're going to try to spread out throughout this map to situations where there are cover, like so. And find the aliens, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the combat. But basically, every player right now, since we're still in the very early game, only has a couple of things they can do. They can fire, overwatch, or throw a single frag grenade. But first things first, let's just move people around. So there's some aliens. That's not really a good first sign, because that means that this first cover location is probably not too good. Unless maybe I can get, like, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to find a good location here. You can't be impatient in XCOM. I don't want to be able to be shot through the windows. So actually, I kind of think that this location over here might be best. Okay, so now she can see the aliens. Good. We're going to send King over here. I guess now I should point out that there are like movement points, which is basically action points under the name, as you can see right here. So we can use one movement point to move to any place in this like blue area over here, but if we go over here, we can move to the yellow area. That'll take both movement points. So I'm going to dash Lauren King all the way over here. We do not have visuals on these guys yet. Maybe I'll move this guy just over here. And this guy, no, you can go into Overwatch now. What Overwatch basically means is that as soon as an enemy comes into his view, even if it's on their turn, they will shoot them, which is good. So I'm going to just put these guys on like defensive Overwatch for now. And now it should be alien activity, so we'll see what these guys do. They might actually take a shot at me, because I think they can see at least one of our teammates. Well, they use some kind of support skill, maybe. I'm honestly not sure what that does. And then they are on Overwatch as well. Okay, so we can see some aliens here, so let's enter our tactical UI, as they call it. So with enter, I enter into our UI, and I can switch between targets. I've got 45% chance to hit this one, as you can see, and 45% chance to hit this one. So this is not great. But we're going to give it a try anyway. I can also throw a grenade or hunker down, which just increases our defense. But I'm going to try to fire on this guy right here. 45% chance is not great. And we missed. Okay. Prepare for that to happen a lot. Very similar sort of to FTL. So this guy we've got a 50% chance to hit. So we'll take this one. 10% critical. Alright, that only did 2 damage. As you can see, the alien still has 2 left. Now, we can see one with this one. 45% chance to hit and 10% critical. Let's give it a try, since we're in a relatively safe zone right now. Okay, so there's 1 alien dead. And then we're probably going to want to move this guy in.
Self-destruct when the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
Okay, so what she's telling us basically is that when we kill aliens, we can recover fragments from their weapons, and this will actually allow us to, yeah, let's go here for now. This will allow us to, I can fire here, research alien technology and come up with better weapons and armor and stuff like that for ourselves. And we did manage to get a kill there, which I did not expect. So now there is going to be an alien turn here. But we've killed all the aliens inside of the grocery store, so I think step 1 is just to get some, like, feet on the ground, basically, inside there. So let's send Ying Chen inside. Sure, why not keep going? We'll push up to this door, like, right here. You can see there are humans that have been greenified. You can open up the door here. And maybe, again, dash over here. The reason I'm doing this is because we're going to open these doors soon and lead to the outside, which may or may not be a, you know, alien invasion, basically, once we get there, or a situation where there's going to be like 4 aliens around. Because basically this is the suspenseful part where we don't know what's going to happen next. It could be, you know, 4 aliens popping out of nowhere. It could be just 1 alien minding his own business, taking a poop or something. We don't know yet. So alien activity's going on. Oh! So she's heard a sound from outside. Okay, that's good to know. First things first, let's pop open this door. Just click on it like so. Should mention I'm playing the PC version as well. But I think I've heard a lot of outlets say that it controls fine with the 360 version, so let's just check out here quickly. We still do not see any aliens, which is a good sign, so we'll send King out here. Ladies always going to the bathroom together. And we'll move her over here now, because she's safe. So we're going to try to flank this alien and get behind them. We could, I assume, go over this way as well. Is this door openable? It's hard to tell. Maybe we should just send everybody out through the back door here. So we'll send this guy dashing over here. I like to keep my guys together, you know, just in case things go awfully wrong. Like, if a grenade goes off, then they all die together, like good friends should. Now, you can, by the way, disable that, like, weird cinematic that happens on the last turn, or whenever you have, like, somewhat important turns, maybe, is the way that they describe it. So, again, we'll dash over here. Still have no vision on the aliens. Where do we want to go now? Maybe we can dash over here. I want to stay, by the way, you can see that when I, like, mouse over a space, it'll have either a shield or a half shield on it. The half shield means it's, like, half cover or only decent cover. Whereas the full shield means that it's full cover. So in full cover, you're obviously much less likely to be hit than in half cover. And I think we might actually just want to keep this guy. Well, we'll just move him up a little bit. Like so. And put him into Overwatch, I guess. So this is definitely a slow-paced game. We have to still seek and destroy these remaining enemies. Oh, we hear a sound. That's coming from inside of the supermarket. Is it not? This door right here. Okay, which we have not... I didn't even know that there was a door there, to be honest. Let's tab over to this lady who is close to the door and open that up. First things first. Well, first I guess we have to move over here. Then we'll pop this open. Do we see? Oh, God, there's 2 aliens super close by. The good news is we still have, like, all of our turns to go. Where are you going? Yeah, like, we still have all other 3 remaining members going here, so we can probably still kill these guys before things get too crazy. I was gonna say, if you're gonna tell me that that's a miss, I am gonna look at you incredulously. Now we can hit. No, that other alien's dead, so we can try to take out this one. Don't want to use a grenade if it's not necessary. Oh, good, we did get a hit in there. So we still have 2 more guys to shoot. This Manana cannot see, but I wonder. I don't want to move him out of cover unnecessarily, because that could be terrible for us. Alright, amazingly we managed to shoot through the concrete, and we actually completed our first mission here.
The labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Okay, so that was a very simple mission. Later on in the game, or at least even like an hour into the game, which is about as far as I got last night, an hour and a half, the missions become much more complex than simply like seek and destroy 4 aliens. This is basically just to give us a foothold in the game and give us a start here. Later on, you'll have things like, you know, bombs that you have to defuse, people you have to rescue, and stuff like that. But here we've got a mission complete sign, or, you know, interface at the end. So we killed 4 aliens, excellent. We lost 0 operatives, excellent. By the way, these soldiers, they stick with you from mission to mission. And you can customize them, develop them, almost in like a pseudo-RPG type style. But if they die, they're dead forever. So, well, you can sometimes stabilize them with like a med pack and bring them back. But mostly, if they die, they die forever. If they get injured, they have to go to the hospital or the medical bay in the game. And they're out of commission for a while. So you really want to protect your soldiers in this game, because once they die, they are gone. So let's continue here, and we will head back to base. And one of the cool things I really like about XCOM, I'm not sure if we're going to have a cutscene here or not. I assume we're not going to. But is that it's not just, like, you saw the game, but you've only seen, like, 40% of the game, really.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Like I said, you've only seen about 40% of XCOM. I like this shot right here as they pull away, and you're like, wow, this is larger in scope than maybe I thought it was on first
Really
attempt.
taking care of business down there, and without so much as a scratch.
Okay, so now these are our soldiers. We've got all rookies, and you can see that they're all from they're all from like individual countries. There is the ability to customize your soldiers and choose what countries they go to. But also, as you complete missions, they gain promotions. So you can see that they're promoted to classes based on what they've done. So Ying Chen is going to be promoted to support.
Just like it sounds, the support class provides that intangible edge our squads need. They make everyone around them better.
So at your first promotion, there's really only one thing that you can choose from, or you can't really choose, one thing that you're given when you're promoted. But as you move forward, there are other things, you get choices basically that you can make. But right now we get a smoke grenade for our supports.
The assault class serves as our front line. They're the first ones into a fight, and the last ones out.
For assault, we got run and gun, and what that does, it's really useful. It allows us to actually dash, which normally takes 2 action points, and then do shooting afterwards. So we can like dash right next to an enemy, basically, shoot them, and then like we're done with our turn after that. But normally you can only dash and then not shoot, basically. So we got a heavy now.
The heavy weapons specialist provides a crucial service to the squad. With the rocket launcher in tow, there are demolitions experts.
Commander to the research labs.
And this lady keeps saying commander to the research labs. I'm trying to explain the promotion system here. So we got a heavy, we got a sniper as well.
Dealing massive amounts of damage from afar, but without sufficient training, they're vulnerable in close combat situations.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Right, so as you finish missions, basically you get artifacts that are collected automatically when you leave. So we have 4 sectoid corpses, those are the aliens we killed, and 8 weapon fragments. And these are going to fund or fuel our research, basically, in one of these 3 areas to start with that we can choose from. So let's start by going to the research area here. Dr. Valen is going to speak.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
Alright, so now we can choose our research. And we're going to have 3 options usually, yes. Xenobiology, weapon fragments, and alien materials. So xenobiology is basically to get like an idea of the morphology, the physiology of the aliens. Weapon fragments is to basically get new weapons technology, and alien materials is to get new armor and whatnot. At least that's as far as I've seen. But I'm going to go with weapon fragments to start. It's going to cost us 5 weapon fragments. It's going to take 8 days. That is A-okay in my books.
That does seem to be the most pressing of our current research options. We'll begin immediately. I will notify you when a complete report is available.
Alright, so in 8 days, we'll have access to the results of her research. But for now, we're going to go to engineering.
Ah, Commander. I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which,